Thank you so much for coming. You left yesterday. You can't just leave whenever you want. You know what I mean? This is a court. We excuse you. You don't just leave when you want to up and go. We issue warrants when you do that. Do you understand? Okay. ¿Qué está pasando?
Ok, ay, qué bueno que habla español. Buenos días.
Dime.
Bueno, mire, lo que pasó ese día y es lo que estoy preocupada ahorita de la libertad
Quiero
condicional.
hablar del caso.
Ok,
I don't want to talk about the case.
ok.
Do you speak English?
Yes, just little.
Okay. My only concern
Ajá.
is I don't want him to have contact with the boyfriend. That's all that I want because I don't want anything else to happen.
Yes.
That is my concern.
Okay. I'm worried because I'm worried about maybe if my daughter put the guy in my apartment and maybe he don't know because that's happened Monday. We never know if my daughter was at my apartment in school time with a boyfriend having sex. I don't have idea of nothing because I was working and she skipped the school.
¿Cuál es la edad de tu hija?
15 años.
15.
Sí. Y también quería mencionarle que tengo problemas con ella desde hace meses porque ella está usando drogas. Entonces, la situación en mi casa es demasiado complicada. Muchas veces mi hijo ha regresado de la escuela y él ha encontrado el apartamento oliendo a marihuana. Entonces, él me ha llamado y me dice, mami, el apartamento huele. Y le digo, váyase a su cuarto.
Basically, she's having a lot of problems with the daughter. The daughter's 15. She comes home and he calls mom, hey, the whole house smells like marijuana.
And she's a single parent. He leaves her to try to, get between the situation or whatever. But right now she's in rehab.
La única cosa que yo quiero que nada pasa de nuevo.
Yo sé.
Si él se enoja y se pelean, porque él se va a ir a la cárcel,
Es lo que ya le
no
expliqué
quiero
a él.
ponerle a la cárcel. So, ¿cómo lo hagamos?
Sí. Yo ya le expliqué a él que yo espero que él esté entendiendo la lección. Entiendo que él quiere, siendo él el hermano mayor y que él es el que me ayuda con ella cuando yo estoy trabajando, él se sintió incómodo, él está frustrado
I
con
understand.
todo eso.
I get it. You're in a
Sí.
tough situation. You're in a tough spot, man. You really are. And I understand that you get upset, you get angry, but you just can't let loose.
Yeah.
It can happen again. You know,
Y a mí me duele todo lo que está pasando porque porque el que me ayuda mucho es él. Cuando yo tengo problemas con ella, tengo infinidad de llamadas de la escuela, que ella llegó, que tiene la presión alta porque ella fumó marihuana, que tomó pastillas. A mí me toca que salirme del trabajo, ir a traerla. La he llevado al hospital ya 2 veces. Una vez la llevé ya de emergencia y para todo
she's
eso.
always having to take her to the emergency room because she's taking pills. She's got an elevated heart rate. She's at school doing this kind of stuff. It's a mess.
Y en todo eso,
Tráela aquí. Yo le voy a mostrar a la cárcel para ver, mira, qué va a pasar si sigues.
sí, fíjese que gracias a Dios ahorita, porque yo he tenido con los terapistas de la escuela, tiene terapista en otra compañía de terapistas, porque me mandaron a CPS al principio y gracias a CPS yo agarré la compañía de terapistas que ella tiene. Ella tiene cita con psiquiatra. Cuando ella tiene cita, yo
Es posible que mira, es posible que el persona que ella está con ahora es mala persona.
Sí, creo. Sí. Y
Is this a bad dude? You know, maybe he's influencing things.
She's been doing it for years now. She just hangs around like the bad people and then she just lets it get to her.
Judge, I did want to say I told him to leave yesterday. There was a misunderstanding. I filed conditions, but they were waiting for a reset because state also filed conditions. However, he's being supervised by Pretrial. So I gave him this reset and told him to leave. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay,
He
well,
didn't
thanks.
just take over.
Okay.
Sí, y entonces yo sé que el problema es él, pero solo quería que usted supiera
I understand. Y
el
lo voy a sacar
contexto.
entonces.
Sí.
Lo voy a sacar.
Sí, por favor. Yo sé que incluso él me dijo, cuando él regresó de la cárcel, él me dijo, mami, quiero, y si voy y le pido disculpas al niño. Entonces, fuimos a buscar, porque yo no sé, él vive en los mismos apartamentos, pero no sé el número de apartamento. Entonces nosotros
Mira,
fuimos a
Voy a
buscar.
sacar para que no te preocupes, ¿ok?
Ok.
Y si quieres, un día, tráela aquí, yo le puedo mostrar a la cárcel, a decirle, mira, ¿qué puede pasar si sigues así? Si quieres.
Por favor. Sí, porque en el centro de rehabilitación en donde ella está ahorita, y de hecho está ahí, porque yo le dije, la he dejado pasar, he dejado que las cosas vayan más y más haciéndose más grandes. Tenía que haber puesto un alto desde hace un principio. Entonces yo le dije a ella, o usted va a un centro de rehabilitación, porque yo no quiero ir a corte, porque usted no está yendo a la escuela. Y también tengo el reporte de asistencia de la escuela, que un administrador de asistencia, no sé cómo se llama, llegó a mi casa también, porque tengo ese reporte, tengo varios reportes de policía, que ella se me sale en la
It's basically out of
madrugada.
control. And she's saying, look, I want you to get into the rehab because you're not going to school and I don't want to go to court because of truancy, you know? La única cosa que cuando ella sale, dime con quién andas, yo te digo quién eres, right? Si ella sigue con las personas que estaba anterior, va a seguir.
Sí, y ahorita, y como le digo, sé que el problema es él, pero de la escuela me llamaron la otra vez y de la escuela un oficial un policía de la escuela la llevó a un hospital, al Bel Air Behavior Hospital, porque me dijo la terapista de la escuela, estoy preocupada porque ella tiene una amiga, que la amiga de la amiga es, a ver, mi hija tiene una amiga y la amiga de mi hija tiene una amiga que es prostituta de 15 años.
No más, no más.
Entonces
Mira.
ellos están preocupados que ella, para conseguir drogas,
Right.
tenga que hacer sexo.
Tráela aquí para que yo le pueda mostrar qué puede pasar. You know, yo te puedo ayudar con cualquier cosa que yo puedo, pero estoy limitado que te puedo. Con él, yo puedo poner condiciones. Con ella no, porque no
Sí.
tengo.
Sí,
Pero le puedo mostrar para, asustarla.
sí,
Y ojalá eso.
sí, porque ahorita ella en el centro de rehabilitación, no tiene teléfono, dice que no hay televisión, pues va a tener visitas solo una vez a la semana.
Tienes un buen abogado ahora. Si necesitas cualquier cosa, ella te puede ayudar.
Ujú.
Tenemos servicios también. Pide y yo te puedo ayudar.
Muchas gracias.
Voy a sacarlo ahora,
Ok.
pero no quiero más problemas. Okay?
Gracias.
So I'm taking off the fact that the no contact, or I guess the restriction of.
You're taking that off.
So I guess, should we allow contact? I mean,
I was thinking no harmful or offensive, threatening contact. So if he sees them there, I think he should.
just, you're like, you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. I get it. Just be very careful because when she gets out, you have to do your best to try to keep her at home so she's not going out because she's with the wrong people. Keep her at home. Don't let her go out as much as you can, because that's the problem is when she goes out, she goes wild. So you have to do your best to try to keep her here at home.
Sí, la otra vez ella estaba bien fumada, estaba mareada, se quería ir. No la quise dejar ir.
Good.
Y me agarró del brazo y me tiró, me puchó. Esta vez, el martes, el
You
miércoles.
home when this happens?
Most of the time, no, but when I am home, I separate it and then it just escalates from there.
What are you doing now? Are you working? You're in school?
I'm at school, but most of the time it happens after school in the evening. She wants to go out. My mom tells her no.
Try to stay home to help the situation.
I don't do anything. After I come back.
Is that, papá está o no? ¿No hay papá?
No,
No. Okay.
el papá vive aquí, pero no se ha hecho,
All right.
pues, desde hace 8 días él no se
Step,
hace
I'm gonna
cargo.
try to help, man.
8 años.
Because we don't want her to go any more wild than she is. You get, I mean,
El miércoles cuando ella regresó y le dije que la única condición para que ella volviera a entrar a la casa era que fuera a un centro de rehabilitación, agarró su ropa y ya le dije, me da las llaves porque no va a entrar cuando yo esté trabajando.
right.
Va a ir. Entonces empezamos a discutir por las llaves y al final ella me terminó jalando el pelo. Me puchó y cuando yo dije que iba a llamar a la policía, yo iba caminando y ella me agarró del pelo y hasta que me tiró al suelo.
Gotta,
I was in jail when I was.
so look, if you guys need anything, ask her. I'll try to give you as much as I can. Any kind of help that I can. If you want to bring her here, I can try to, scare her straight. I don't know if it's going to work because, there's only so much I can do,
Muchísimas gracias.
She said it before.
Huh?
She said it the same way. Unfortunately. Yeah.
Judge, you didn't know that I didn't know.
Yeah. Just be careful. Just try to help your mom as much as you can. Just there's no one else there. So you got to step it up and, I'll help you as much as I can too. If you want to bring her here, I'll try to scare her. But
Bring her right now, or do we have to wait
whatever
until?
you want. Let her finish. She's in therapy now. She's in the rehab. Let her finish that out. And then when she's done with that, bring her here and I'll try to help,
Just contact me.
And then we'll bring her here. I'll try to scare her as much as I can so that we try to put her, and ella se tiene que quedar en la casa one way or the other. Because when she's out, está con personas que no son.
El problema es que hemos llamado varias veces a la policía, pero ellos solo le dan como le dicen, no puedes irte porque en la cárcel no es bueno. Y la otra vez el policía le dijo, eres un diamante. Le dijo, un diamante no cualquiera lo puede tener.
She's calling the police and the police aren't doing anything. They're saying basically, hey, it just sucks. Okay. All right, guys.
Hasta ha llegado a amenazarme que cuando le digo le voy a llamar a la policía y me dice, ok, yo te voy a llamar a migración.
Bring her here. Let me try. Okay? Okay.
May they refuse?
Good luck. If you need anything, just let me know. I'll help you out. Okay. Buena suerte, okay?
Gracias, señor, que Dios lo
¿Cómo
bendiga.
no? Okay.
Gracias.
Good morning, Mr.
Buenos
Castillo.
días, señor Castillo. Buenos días.
Buenos días.
You're charged, you've got 2 very serious charges.
That's a big deal. Burglary of a habitation is considered one of the most serious property crimes because it involves someone's home. And notice the second charge. Interference with emergency communications. Thus, not just an adnit can make the case even more dangerous in the eyes of the court. Quick question for you all. Should jamming police communications carry the same weight as physically resisting arrest?
First charge is burglary of a habitation. Your next charge is interference with the emergency request for assistance. The case that you are in front of me on here is the misdemeanor interference case. So it appears to me that the cases were filed on February 9th. It looks like you were given a general order bond on that day. We appointed you a lawyer on the 14th. So it's been a little less than a month. What happened in this case? Because I have no
I
idea.
was gonna say that, thinking about it since we're here and everything, can we hear PC, because I think there's a good argument at least that I can come up with.
On February 8th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a resident regarding a burglary alarm activated. The officer observed an unknown male wearing a black hoodie in the backyard of the residence, and the dispatch advised the resident was not home. The officer observed the male jump the back fence and K-9 arrived and advised that forced entry had been made through the back door with shattered glass door. The upstairs of the residence appeared rummaged through, and officers located property later confirmed to be stolen from the residence, as well as a black hoodie, a black backpack, and a pair of pants. The K-9.
This is where things get wild. A radio frequency jamming device isn't something you casually find in a backpack. It's specialized tech usually associated with organized crime. The fact that officers' body cams stopped working in the area raises the stakes dramatically. But here's the catch. Having it nearby doesn't always prove he used it. That's the key legal battle. Here, possession versus apprehension.
Located the defendant hiding, and the defendant admitted to being inside the residence during the time of the burglary, but would not provide further information. The complainant stated approximately $500,000 worth of jewelry was stolen, and a radio frequency device, jamming device, was located inside the black backpack, and it was
Oh, I remember
discovered that
this.
the officers within the vicinity were unable to use body-worn cameras.
This was on, I think, was this on the, because of that radio jamming device, it was
Yes, Judge, the interference is based on the jamming device.
the interference with the emergency request for assistance is based on the jamming device that he has. Interesting.
Yes, that's played using the frequency jamming device to prevent communications between officers.
So it says here, February 8th, did then and there unlawfully, recklessly render unusable an electronic communications device that would otherwise have been used by Officer or by El Lejeune to request assistance in an emergency, namely burglary of a habitation, and said request for assistance would have been made to law enforcement agency, namely West University Police Department, using a radio frequency jamming device to prevent communication between officers. In this case, the device was actually used to disrupt communication, was it not?
The officer said that within the vicinity, they were unable to use body cams, key fobs, or unable to transmit information through the radio.
Got it. And we know, or I guess you're saying that he had the device on him.
It was in the black backpack that they found, that officers found, and they initially saw the male wearing the black backpack.
Mayor Judge, so two things. I don't know about the wearing the backpack part. I know they found the device in the backpack. My recollection might be off, but I don't think he had it on him. I don't think.
Well, he's got care, custody, control because it's right next to him.
That's the thing. I don't know how, where they found that. They said he was hiding, but I'm not sure where they found that backpack, first of all. Secondly, the way they figured out, hey, this is a jamming device, is because they turned it on from the backpack and they were close to it. Hey, all of a sudden my stuff's not working. Come here. Hey, we're close to it. It's not working. So this was after the fact that they figured out it's a jamming device. They didn't say, hey, he jammed us, we have this problem. They started playing with it and
They
they
said he did.
no, that's the problem. He did not. They played with it. That's how they found out it's a jamming device. They turned it on, which comes up to.
Yes, they may have done that at that time, but also in the search, when they're looking,
During the active investigation, it was seen that their body worn cameras and their ability to unlock and lock police vehicles was affected during that active emergency investigation.
but they're saying it was used.
Right. They come back and say, hey, did we have trouble with it? Yeah, we had some trouble. They're turning it on and that's how they figured it out. But
You should be able to see all that. Pull the records,
Right.
because if they have body cam
Oh, yeah.
and they're using it, it should show a
It
disruption.
doesn't show that he was the one that it was actually turned on. They didn't show.
I know that, but you're gonna see the actual, you should.
Oh, yeah,
see
yeah, yeah,
disruption.
yeah.
I mean,
And he's not the only person that was involved in this allegedly. So saying that he's the one that turned it on is gonna be an issue. There was somebody else that was seen that they're not mentioning. So did he turn it on? Did the other person turn it on?
I mean, this news,
He's being charged.
is there someone else that was
Please look at
there?
the report, because I'm not just making this up.
And I'm not saying you're making it up, I'm just saying you did, it doesn't say that.
Which calls into question, why isn't it in the DIMS?
We have an OR.
it say whether they were able to recover the $500,000?
They recovered it all, Judge.
They did?
The award does say that Mr. Contreras admitted being inside the house with another unknown male and provided additional suspect information.
But no other male was on the scene.
They only found Mr. Contreras hiding at a property down a couple of blocks, I believe, from the canine officers found him hiding.
But the backpack is with him.
Yes. Well, the backpack was found,
At the front, it was found at the front of the residence located on Westchester Avenue, as well as where they found him.
Versus with him. Big distinction. And the second person I'm talking about was supposedly seen on the surveillance video. So there's a mention of the surveillance video showing two people walking.
So to be clear, Your Honor, the property, including the backpack with the frequency jammer, was found on Westchester Avenue. Mr. Contreras was found hid underneath bushes at a residence on Rutgers Avenue. So it wasn't with him when they found it.
Versus what they initially said. Now we're getting more details.
How do you link him to the one who's using the device?
so the way that we would link him is that he was seen wearing the black hoodie, the black pants, and then later the same clothing along with the backpack with the jamming device inside of it, those are all found together.
You say that was he wearing the backpack?
Initially, in the DIM, it does not say that he's seen wearing the backpack, but his other clothing was found with the backpack.
Because the DIM says he was wearing the black hoodie and, as she mentioned, the clothing, and jumping over the fence, they observed a male wearing the black hoodie, and they found that hoodie along with the backpack. And they terminated their search after an extensive search through the mail, so they're unable to locate anyone else within the perimeter that they searched.
There is surveillance with the second person there?
Yes.
How do we know that the other person didn't use it? I mean, I get it, that all of it's together. We don't know who put that there. How do we know the other person didn't put it there? I know that he's wearing it, but.
And Judge, this other case is still pending. This isn't handling the
I don't care about the Burn. My concern is this, is that.
Smart move by the judge. Here she's pressing pause. Instead of rushing to a probable cause ruling, she's basically saying, show me the evidence that connects him to the jamming device, or this charge may not stick. This is a pivotal moment. Probable cause hearings decide whether a case moves forward or collapses. What do you think? Should the court give more time for evidence? Or should cases like this be shut down early to protect defendants from weak charges?
I mean, how do we link him to operation of the device? Why don't we do this? Why don't we have a full-blown hearing?
Yes.
Look through, go through everything. You go through everything. We can have it tomorrow. See what you can,
I think that's the correct decision, so we can have time, both of us.
I'm not opposed to finding no PC, right? I want to know if you can truly link them or not. I'll give you a day, come back tomorrow and see what else you have. If you have nothing else, then we'll go from there.
I appreciate that.
Sure.
full-blown hearing for PC. They could always.
Look, please give everything that you have access to, give it to counsel so he can take a look as well. He can take a look at any kind of videos, take a look and we'll see. I mean, all we have now is that he's wearing a hoodie, he's wearing pants.
And then they found the clothing with the backpack.
con.
Judge, they can always refile
Entonces
this.
podemos
They don't have to
llevarlo de
dismiss it.
vuelta, no tienen que
They can always
cancelarlo,
refile.
pueden
Even
archivarlo de
if-
vuelta. Eso sí,
You're
pero
springing it, I mean,
Not springing it, this is no OR.
I'm gonna give them a day.
yo
I
les
mean, he's
quiero
not
dar un
going
día.
anywhere anyways.
No
Okay,
me quieren
fair enough.
arreglar
Let the Burke have
como quiera.
upstairs. He's stuck here regardless, so. I want to make the right decision, so.
Fair enough,
Es una
Judge, fair enough.
decisión
Diligence.
correcta. This one is a
Is there a certain time you want the hearing?
Whenever you want.
Okay, sounds good. Appreciate it, Judge. Thank you.
Está con la base.
Judge, may we approach on Mr. Castillo?
On who?
The hearing tomorrow, Mr. Ignacio Castillo.
Okay.
Judge, just to be honest with you, I'm a little confused as to what kind of hearing it is tomorrow, but the more I think about it, it's like if it's an actual hearing on the record and we're trying to figure out what's going on, I mean, do I have a right to subpoena some of these people to come and testify regarding this or
Well,
what?
then if you're gonna start subpoenaing people, I have to give them 2 weeks.
Right. We're gonna have a hearing on the
I was
record.
just gonna, you know, if there's video they're saying surveillance, and make sure that there is another person there that, because
Using the minutes in the offense report, which are those sworn statements, would be enough to establish probable cause. So I don't think we need to subpoena anybody to be here.
Which we've already done right now, so I don't understand what the hearing for tomorrow is gonna be different.
I think more to the point, we just need time to further review the OR. So tomorrow, because it is 8 pages and there's a lot more details that we need just some time to review, just to further determine what our probable cause is. So just tomorrow, we can revisit this and we have a full understanding of the OR.
Okay, so we would be hearing stuff, but I don't have a right
we're
to.
just, I'm giving them a little bit of time until tomorrow. That's
Okay.
Ricardo.
Okay, I'm just thrown off when we still talk about hearings. It's like, okay, are we gonna be on the record? What are we doing?
I hadn't planned on it. If you want it on the record, we can.
No, can I talk to Richard, see if we could work this out? Right, I mean, because, like, if we're gonna roll it, I mean, I want to subpoena some people.
Leave today, given I need to look at this more. It's kind of the first I've seen of it. I'm not in a position to complete it today, just given.
No, not complete it. I mean, just look at it, see if you think you have probable cause to.
Okay, I mean.
If that's what we're
You guys
asking for,
talk.
let's talk about it. Let's talk
I
about
mean,
it.
we can.
I gotta roll, Ricardo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I gotta go. Can't just sit here and wait.
Well, if that's the
an
case,
hour,
if that's
45
the case,
minutes.
can we set it for a real hearing and also subpoena people 2 weeks out? Let's do that.
Okay,
Let's pick a day. Let's pick a day.
sure.
Let's see. Ignacio Castillo, CAS.
Bond conditions.
Let's do, we are at the 12th.
But they were getting filed, so I think they're, you know when to come in? Okay.
Yeah, I'll subpoena them.
That's it though, right? That's it? Okay.
Can we do the 28th?
Whatever day you want. Oh, any day but
27th, I'm sorry, I got the wrong one.
That's the day.
Oh.
Good morning, Ms. Rodriguez. Ma'am, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On March 4th, 2025, the officer was dispatched to a minor accident at 1700 block and is drive. The officer made contact with a witness who stated she heard and saw the defendant with firearm assault occupant of the vehicle sideswiped a parked motor vehicle. The officer noted the vehicle was parked incorrectly facing the opposite way. The witness stated she believes the defendant is intoxicated, and the defendant stated she hit the motor vehicle while driving as she took her eyes off the road when trying to retrieve her cell phone, which fell to the floor. The defendant stated she remained on scene because she wanted to make it right with the owner. The officer observed slurred speech and swaying, and the defendant admitted to having drinks earlier in the day. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted and the HGN test began, however, was suspended at the defendant's request due to high winds. The defendant was placed under arrest for suspicion of DWI and was transported to the jail. Standard field sobriety tests were then conducted at the jail. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 7 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. The defendant was read DIC and consented to provide breath. The first sample came back deficient and the second sample came back unacceptable. A blood search warrant was signed and executed.
Well, ma'am, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication, you will be randomly tested. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any illegal drugs, your bond will be revoked. You'll go into custody. I'm also now placing a restriction on your license. You're not allowed to drive any vehicle that doesn't have an ignition interlock on it. If you're caught driving a vehicle that doesn't have an interlock, then likewise, you will go to jail. We send notice to DPS of this restriction and this requirement so that if you're caught driving a vehicle, it doesn't matter where it is. Every officer in this state will know that you're required to have an interlock. So if you're caught driving a vehicle, they will arrest you. You've got a great lawyer here. Listen to him. He'll take care of you. Because you have him, I will waive your appearance. You don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with him. He'll tell you when you have to come back to court. For now,
She's already had the interlock installed.
wonderful. Okay, so you're just always not much of anything. Just stay in contact with him. He'll tell you what to do. We'll just have you sign a reset and then you're on your